Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, I work in the Stardock. Except, with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself. Just no more unauthorized jumps in the house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
Okay, let's see what we've got. How are we on time?
A little longer. Grab some samples?
Always. But not you. Check on Isabel. Make sure she eases up on the breach. I don't feel like getting buried alive today.
Roger that.
Remember, Dusty, keep your breathing steady, and never take that helmet off down here. Oxygen processors don't extend this far.
Yeah, because God forbid we drill on a rock with breathable atmosphere.
Know what I love about working in Freestar Collective space? Fewer regs. A job like this in the United Colonies? Huh. Reams of red tape. Look at this one over here. Calvert! No! No. It's a laser, not a sledgehammer. Ease up. Benning, if you got paid per break, you'd be a millionaire. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
What do we say, Dusty? You make your cut, you get your cut. No exception. Come on, pick it up. Troy, what's the yield?
Minimal at this point. Occasional glimmer, but it's weak.
What do you think? Stay the course?
No, ma'am. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Well, okay then. Let's call this one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big vein we looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
Dusty, you're up. Grab a cutter and mine what you can. Metal deposits are in that cavern. I'll shout out when I need you.
this is the last dig. Be glad when we're off this rock. I'm busy. Is there anyone else to bother? You got a few more digs to go before I feel like talking to you.
How'd they sucker you to join? Fall for the fancy pamphlets? Lynn sure seems to like you. Guess she would know, being the boss and all.
Get through my shift.
Come on, it's time. You're with me. Ella, get the readings.
Yeah, about that.
Problem?
Not if you consider a spike in gravity readings a problem.
I don't.
You don't?
What we're after, it'll read as an anomaly. That's what I was told anyway.
Okay, now you're starting to freak me out.
Relax. It's just another job. Come on.
We're getting close, I think. Yeah, everything is just... Lynn, seriously, there's something really effed up about this.
Where is it, Hella?
Through there, I think.
Okay, you're up. Something goes wrong in there, we'll come get you.
Why would anything go wrong?
Would you shut up? Both of you do your jobs. Client is on his way.
Hey, don't look at me. I've done my part. Good luck in there.
What are you waiting for?
Still getting weird gravity readings. I guess that's a good thing. Just keep going.
Do you see anything?
Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Kind of ironic seeing a former combat medic out for the count with a head injury. But hey, it's what you signed up for. Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way, then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened? Huh. Well, you passed out, that's for sure. Everything else, probably just your brain playing tricks. Either way, we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh, sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. We'll be... Speak of the devil.
Hey, you alright? Maybe don't do any heavy lifting for a while?
Our constellation contact is on approach.
Wait, the Explorers group? I thought they were kind of a joke.
Not a joke. You're just too young to know better.
Hey, I'm just saying they got a reputation. Hell, I bet half the crew here doesn't even believe they really exist.
Half the crew doesn't believe Earth exists, but it's still there. Same with Constellation.
Yeah, come on. Exploring space? Who does that anymore?
Whoa,
Ain't the space
you don't
we've already
look
got
good.
complicated enough?
Not to them.
You fitting in okay? Mining crews ain't the friendliest, but they're good folks.
All right, Dusty. Airlock. Put your helmet on. Client is here. Let's go.
Barrett?
Man,
Been a long time.
yes it has. That mine on Bendy, right?
Kazal, hellhole, like this place. Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So, you found something?
Right here. The new guy found it.
That right. And everything went cool? Just like grabbing those minerals on Bendy?
Kazal. And no Barrett. Not cool. He passed out after the extraction. Woke up saying all kinds of nonsense.
Is that right, cowboy? Went on a trip, huh?
Well, you could say that the infinite possibilities of the universe are full of everything but coincidences. That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
That's the Crimson Fleet!
Just like the emergency drill! Go! Go! Keep running!
Let's do this! That was close.
Of course Barrett was being followed. Every time.
Now, that was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constellation. You're part of this now. You ever stare up at the stars at night wondering what's out there? Well, that's us. That's where we go. Hey, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but we don't exactly know what the artifact might have done to your head, and Constellation is really the only group qualified to help.
Oh no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
Oh, right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list. How about I stay and I send your Dusty here in my place? I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. Soon as he touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things. Now that we've been attacked, we've got to pack up and move on. Argos will come for the rest of us. You get going. Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well, now that that's settled. Vasco, get him to the lodge. No deviations unless absolutely necessary, okay? Protocol Indigo.
Indigo. Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time. Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, questions? Technically, it's not even mine. Consider it a loan. Vasco will keep you on course. Besides, I'm making an exception since you can tell Constellation about that vision you had. They're just following the loot, like pirates do. And I have something of a reputation as a loot collector. See, that's the problem with the settled systems. Too easy to take everything for granted. While everyone else is busy playing politics, we're the ones braving the unknown, charting the vastness of space. Without us, the galaxy is just a big room with the lights turned out. That, my friend, is the million-credit question. And Constellation can find the answer, with your help. Come on. You're really not at all curious about that light and music show you experienced? Why it only affected you? Because if you didn't notice, we've all been handling it since with no problem. The way I see it, Constellation needs that artifact, but they also need you. This mystery is only getting bigger each step we take. And you're part of it now. And Vasco, don't let him break my ship.
It appears you are the new captain of the Frontier. Captain Asher, Protocol Indigo.
What the fuck? What?
Is in effect. Captain Asher, I'll guide you as best I can. Just up the ramp, Captain. I'll be in the external robotics bay. Captain Asher, I assume you know how to fly a Class A starship. As Barrett likes to say, it's as easy as... to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties. Shields ready. The rest is up to you. orbit, it might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems, and we'll be on our way. Each system on a ship requires power. Allocating power is under your direct control. Let's go over the engines. Engines control our maximum speed. Try increasing and decreasing our relative velocity. A ship's engine has a sweet spot for better handling during turns. Draw your attention to the HUD. You'll notice a speed indicator in the lower left with a gauge that goes up and down as you adjust the throttle. Try to center the gauge so that it lines up with the center of the vertical bars to its right. Boosts can be engaged for temporary bursts of speed. Let's turn our attention to the shields. Try adjusting power to the shields. Notice more power increases their strength. Shields protect the ship from hull damage. Without a hull, it'll be vaporized. Shield health is displayed in the lower right. Hull damage is below it. You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline. Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains. Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain. from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates. facility with our Crimson Fleet captain is on the surface. I'll follow you from here on out, Captain. Captain Asher, Protocol Indigo dictates that I am to return to the Lodge with no deviations. We are here to stop the Crimson Fleet from pursuit. Nothing more. Barrett would say that billions of years ago, we were all one with the cosmos, so technically you have known each other forever. But the more practical answer is likely that he needs you. The number of known people who have been affected by the artifacts is now 2. Without your investment in Constellation's mission, he may never know more about the experience you both share. So he is showing you trust in order to gain your support. I have often asked Barrett that same question at various times, and about various individuals that wanted to cause us harm. The most likely answer is that Barrett personally insulted him, typically by continuing to live, usually after escaping from certain death, and often with an object multiple people wanted. Constellation is an explorers society founded over 50 years ago with the mission of seeking out the unknown. Members often engage in expeditions in small groups, typically 1 or 2 people, or like Barrett and myself, 1 person and 1 robot. The membership is intentionally limited and small. Should you join Constellation yourself, you will be the 10th active member. I am relieved you have given up on carrying everything yourself. According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility is in this direction. Be careful, Captain. Alien creatures are often unpredictable. Putting the fire. These are United Colonies markings, but we are in Freestar Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility. While I am programmed for combat, it is not my primary function.
something in a cave until it kills you.
One more time!
There is no cause for alarm in the vicinity. I am picking up life in the area. Feel pain. Right here is terrible. We could make use of whatever is inside, provided you had some digipics and a disregard for personal property rights. Allow me to assist. In carrying some supplies. Barrett and the Crimson Fleet have some. How may I be of service? Captain Asher, wish carrying objects is one of my simplest.
You gotta be kidding me. The Frontier has a new captain? You working with Barrett, or did you pry the ship keys out of his cold, dead hands? We don't have a problem with Barrett. We want that ship, the Frontier. If you're the captain of it now, that means we're after you. Oh, no. You see, maybe your colleague Barrett didn't tell you, but there's a bit of a legend surrounding that ship. That constellation keeps treasure hidden in the cargo bays, the loot from 100 planets, and it's going to be ours.
That statement is partially correct. The Frontier has been to many planets and moons, but the only things held in the cargo bays are spare parts, dust, desiccated food particles, and a variety of species of ant.
I don't care what kind of lies Barrett programmed that robot to say. We're taking that ship.
If he were here, Barrett would say he was proud of you for asking that.
The answer is no. You're not talking us out of this score. They aren't? You sure? No, that can't be right. You mean that, don't you? You really haven't found anything on board? You don't know what you're talking about. I've heard enough out of you. Kill them! Gonna take you...
should now be free to travel to Constellation's headquarters without Crimson Fleet interference. appear to be prioritizing our deaths over your own survival. Requires so much bloodshed. Captain Asher, to reach the launch, we must jump to the planet Jemison in the Alpha Centauri system, and then land in the city of New Atlantis. Do not worry, this will all become second nature before too long.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge. I will accept any and all items.
guessed. Protocol Indigo again?
Your memory is uncanny.
And he's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo. The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
The Lodge is here in the city. We shouldn't keep Constellation waiting. Allow me to assist you with carrying your items.
Hey, what can I do for you?
You have picked up too much matter and become over-encumbered.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. I'm sure you can find something you like. Okay, no problem.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to Mast ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. I kinda smell, but I don't smell anything.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
Dawn's Roost has the best food in the settled systems.
Hope you're not agoraphobic.
Always wondered what the inside of the lodge looks like.
Excuse me.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
You see those ads for a agent?
Yeah. How can I be of assistance?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
It's not that I don't like helping them. It's the optics of it. I've got friends who fought in the colony war.
Okay. No bounties. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
I don't think you had to be there. Their story just doesn't make
call them out on it, but it was definitely violent.
I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the viewport tonight.
It seems like a small decision, but they all add up over time, and it's paralyzing.
Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew.
Buddy,
How
it's
can I help
coffee.
you?
Pick one, get out of the way, and let us get on with our lives.
Thanks for choosing Terra
sorry.
Brew.
Sure.
What can I get you? Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite. Corporate policy requires me to state. Corporate policy. Certainly. Please take your time.
Okay. Hello.
Take it from an old man. Everything is precious. But some things are a little more so. Here one moment, gone the next. I tell you, you must cherish everything and everyone while they're here. You never know when you may lose them. Thank you. I appreciate that. You see, I lost something invaluable. Lost it in a bet, if you must know. It was one of my most prized items in my collection. It was a gem. Priceless, no doubt. And its beauty was blinding. Life seems a little less bright without it. That scoundrel George St. George has it in his possession now. And knowing that fills me with such envy and anger. Well, yes. A part of me died when I lost it. I agree. I think I know just the thing. St. George, like myself, is a collector of trinkets and relics from Earth. I have in my possession a plate that I'm sure he won't be able to live without. Please, would you be my hero and go exchange the plate for the jewel? I'm sure it will work. Oh, God, no. I could never face him myself. I'd be sick just at the sight of him. St. George would never give the gem back if I went myself. He would gain a smug satisfaction from declining the offer. Fantastic! Here's the plate. Come back to me when you have the gem, and please don't drop it. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Guillaume, by the way. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I can assure you with mere certainty he won't decline. As much as I hate to say it, St. George and I are cut from the same cloth. We both adore relics from Earth, no matter how large or monetarily valuable they are. They are a piece of human history, and that means a lot to us both. It pains me to part with the plate, but I happen to have a few others in my collection. If it means sacrificing one to get the gem back, I will. It does. It was the first item I ever collected. The start of it all. I received that gem when I was a young man. To know that I foolishly wagered it, threw it away. Well, I won't make that mistake again. Until next time.
Hello.
Barrett enjoys this establishment. He frequently buys chocolate here, though I have informed him repeatedly it is likely a significant contributing factor to his being overweight.
If you don't see what you want, feel free to ask. Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask. Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
Sure hope your day's going as well as mine is. I think I could live on coffee if I had to. Fine, I guess. Do we know each other? Oh, alright. I thought you were trying to flirt with me. My day's going fine. It's hard to complain about anything when you have a Terror Brew in your hand. Catch you later, yeah?
I don't know. I'm kind of...
What, at Terror Brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to get out of New Atlantis and, tour the settled systems. Yeah, sure. Her name's Donna. She works at the Nat station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question. Catch you later, yeah?
Gotta run soon. I'm late to a meeting.
Okay, hello. If you're hiring, I could really use the work. I'm a propulsion specialist, so I can help you squeeze a bit more juice out of your ship's engines. I think you'll agree my rate is fair. I see. Look me up when your luck turns around. Any vacancies on your crew? I'm not asking for much. Why is that? The best crew doesn't come cheap. Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point. I'll do it. But only because I really need the money. Sounds like a pass then.
Howdy. I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings? Trust me, you'll be getting a bargain. Why is that? Not sure that's the best way to get me on your side. Sounds fair. I'm in. Well, that's the cheapest I'm going to go, so I'll wait it out.
Hey there! You look like the planet-hopping type. Got any room on your ship for someone like me? Plenty. I'm comfortable on a ship, especially in the gunner seat. I'm also a trained expert with shotguns. I have the certification to prove it. Aye aye, Captain. I won't overcharge you. I'm grateful for the offer. I've been out of a job since I left the Freestar Rangers. You're short on credits? Yeah, I hope so. That's a good one. In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for. I feel for you, but I can't work for that little. I have to make a living. Oh, well, I guess there's no accounting for taste, huh? If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Hey.
He picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making him strong today. You in town for business? You're with Constellation? Damn, that's cool. I've always admired you guys. Exploring the stars full-time seems like a dream come true. It seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for Mast. Oh, yeah. Plenty of us. There's a whole branch of Mast's scientific wing called DRIP. That's dedicated to developing new weapons for the UC military. No, I'm not. I'm actually hoping for a crew gate. Lots of pilots stop by the viewport on their way into town. I figure if I hung around long enough, I'd run into someone who was hiring. I'm billing myself as a weapons expert, sniper tech specifically. Most travelers like having someone on their crew who's good with firearms. The settled systems are no picnic. Well, I'll be damned. What a coincidence. Working on a ship sounds perfect. I was hoping my next job would get me out of the city. What's your offer? I'm a reasonable guy, but that's just too low. All right. I'll look elsewhere then. If you change your mind, you can find me here.
Not used to people coming up to me. The suit usually scares them off. Although I guess that's my fault, isn't it? Yeah, well, I go all over. A little psychological warfare up front tends to make things easier. Retired, actually. From too many lives to count. But I've been all those things, yeah? And a few more. I spend a lot of time in the fringes these days. God help you if you come across something someone wants. You'd think it was things like civilizations and factions that cause people to want to shoot each other. No, even without that, it's still winner take all. Oh, you're on to me. Of course. That's what makes the reality so tragic. Wait a second. I think I'm in danger of having a real conversation with someone for a change. Better stop here. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
Oh boy. I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. Haha, yes. What with all these extra credits cluttering up the place, why didn't I think of that? Sorry, snark isn't helpful. This stuff was pricey to get a hold of the first time. Very clever of you. Your parents must be so proud. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I mean, doing something about this won't exactly be on the straight and narrow, will it? I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this? What? Come on, no! I'm already uncomfortable with this whole thing. Don't go making jokes like that. Seriously, can you help me with this or not? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. Yeah, this is hardly a life or death situation. Some light breaking and entering at worst, right? I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Valroon embassy torn down. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a bit extreme, but really, would you want to move into that place? Me neither. And it's not like they're ever coming back. House Valroon, I mean? Well, at least not make nice and be all diplomatic. We all know how that went. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has... Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter. At all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as our new slogan. New Atlanta Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh? I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell. See you around.
Been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. There's something I can help you with? Oh, security impounded a ton of cargo and didn't have storage space for it all, so we're holding on to some of it until they can run inventory. So, you need something, or... not really sure. Whenever they get through their backlog, I guess. There a reason you're asking? Yeah... I can't really just let you in there. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I'm gonna need you to clear out of here, or else I'll have to call security. It's really not safe for civilians here. Keep your eyes open and watch your step. Hey, try and be careful. Okay? Don't want to ship.
I'm thinking about taking my spouse to enhance freedom.
She
May I help you?
do this to me.
Sergeant Hume is looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
May I help you?
Not now.
Hello.
What? No, just, go away.
Your ship that landed not too long ago? It sure is something.
We should go see a bad ball game sometime.
What?
I really feel like this is our year.
Hey, this really is... There's something I can... Oh, secure... So, you need something? Not really. Yeah... I wish I could, but if anybody found out, I'd help. This isn't getting us anywhere. I heard you the first time and didn't care. I'm gonna need you to clear. Hey, this real... There's something I can... Yeah... I'm glad you understand the position I'm in. What, is that supposed to be funny or something? Well, that's... Thank you. All right, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. There's my job over it. If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it? 1 second. All right, make it quick, will you? Hey, try and be careful, okay? Don't want a ship landing on your head.
Gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised every time this ship makes it back in one piece. 15-hour shifts are killing me.
May I help you?
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Anything I can do for you? Hi, how are you? Oh, sure. There's always tons of travel into New Atlantis, so there's no shortage of people to meet. I love talking with the new people and hearing about their journeys. Not to mention, it's also nice and safe. Unlike my brother's job. He's a Marine, and if that wasn't bad enough, he's stationed in Sidonia. He keeps telling me it's safe and how he loves his job, but I just worry about him so much. All I ever hear about Sidonia is how many people get hurt in accidents there. I just pray that he'll be okay. Finally, someone understands. I guess I can only hope that Chris will come to his senses one day. But anyways, I apologize. I didn't mean to dump all of that onto you. I just had to get that all off my chest, I guess. There's a huge tree in the Embassy District, across from the mass station. Trust me, it may sound dumb, but I think everyone should see it at least once when they're in the city. It's so cool. Or maybe I just love trees. Hope to see you again soon.
If this shit doesn't end soon, my man is not gonna be happy.
I don't want to sound desperate, but I need help finding my girl.
Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't. I certainly hope not. This is a huge deal to me, but it's not worth either of us murdering over. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much. You're in the right place. Catch you later. Hello.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all? It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview. Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Let me know if you have any questions.
No soliciting. Do I need to call security? I am really in the middle of something.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
I'm just saying, you could have a whole bat-ball field or some food stands. Something useful.
It's always something with you.
New
Art
Atlantis
is the
is
soul
gorgeous.
of civilization.
So after an hour of whining, they're finally out here.
My parents are
They're just
wiped.
sitting
I
on
wish
the
they'd
grass.
just take
They
a nap
should
or
be
something.
playing.
I told my parents that there aren't any kids out here playing.
There's slides, like right there.
At least they're outside. All they want to do is play on their computers. All day.
I suppose at least they're getting some natural vitamin D.
I remember doing the same damn thing with my parents. They're not even teenagers yet. We're so doomed.
We save so much money to buy a place here for the green space in the parks, and the kids never used it.
Hallo.
Definitely better than the last Interceptor.
But why did they replace the handler? I thought the actress was amazing.
She turned him down. She apparently signed on to do some Shakespeare film. King Lear, I think.
How many damned versions of Shakespeare do we need? I mean, after Kincaid's King Lear, why bother, right?
Huh? You have hidden depths, my friend. I
Sometimes the
find
classic is
Shakespeare
perfect.
just hard to follow.
They should stop just
Language
pumping
is
out a new take.
dense.
I'm going to watch Return of the Interceptor again tomorrow. It's so good.
Return of the Interceptor is going to sweep the awards this year. Mark my words.
I used to know someone who might be seeing you. Look at this. They came back. Eyes.
Shayla, be 40 now. You gotta let her go. We got the other children. Grandkids, too. But Sheila had such fire in her. She could have been anything. I miss her, too. But after the accident, it's a mercy. She was
That's where the real money's at.
even an extra day or two with her, that would have been the blessing.
My
The colony
husband's
war
never
was
been the same
closed.
since our daughter passed.
Makes me ashamed to be a citizen of the UC.
I miss my daughter too, but we've so many other things to be thankful for.
There ain't no such thing as a good war.
stop, Apollo?
My favorite.
And we can afford it. Mercury is much cheaper.
Got the mortgage approval signed and ready with Gold Bank. Apollo's got the best view of the city, and it's closer to Nat.
Like by 30 feet.
Like I said, it's closer.
We've
I can't
seen
believe
7 apartments so
we're
far.
finally buying our own place.
My partner's having an afternoon, so I've just been taking care of him for the time being.
Need something but don't have a lot of time? That's why I'm here. Life in New Atlantis moves pretty fast. I do my best to keep up. Nice and steady, just the way I like it. I've got a good location, plenty of foot traffic, and a ton of people who are in a hurry and need to make a quick stop for the essentials. If things keep going this way, I'm gonna start opening franchises all over the settled systems. You kidding me? Nowhere else like it in the settled systems. First time I came here as a kid, I knew I was gonna come back and make my mark on this city. Nowhere I'd rather be. And now that I've got this place up and running, it's all coming together. No problem. Happy to serve. Be seeing you.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the Colony War, the pirates used them as forward operating bases, all over the settled systems.
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your chunks. Thanks for choosing Chunks. Which chunks would you like today? Honestly, you're probably better off not thinking about it.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in Newland. All of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost. You won't find anything like them anywhere else.
Not one bit.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it. Yes, of course. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Do yourself a favor and get any of their entrees. You'll thank me.
Shift's over. Time for the Roost.
Bleh. So you share my sentiments. I just don't understand why such a first-class restaurant can be satisfied with serving second-rate coffee. Of course, it could just be my palate. It's quite refined, which is both a blessing and curse. It is, as the saying goes, to die for, and I mean that quite literally. I think the most commonly requested meal for those on their deathbeds is a Jemison Wellington. I know you didn't just say Terror Brew. Surely my ears must be deceiving me, because to even imply that I would put that liquid garbage into my body is an insult I cannot tolerate. Funny you should ask. I recently dined with a friend of mine with ties to the Freestar Collective, and he claims the best cup of joe he's ever had was in Aquila City. That was my reaction. It wasn't until he showed me the proof that I was forced to reconsider. In his hand was a single coffee bean, fermented in the digestive tract of an alien beast. The man I hired had a similar response, but his job wasn't to drink the coffee. It was to feed the beans to various predators in the settled systems and retrieve the results. But it seems after consuming the beans, the beast decided to make a meal of him. So I need someone to find this beast and remove my property from its stomach. As for compensation, you'll receive 2,000 credits when the job is complete. Not at all. The risks were written into his contract. I am not responsible for his burial or the unpleasantness of his tomb. The man I hired had a transponder on him. When the Predator consumed him, it also consumed the device. Rest assured, I'll have all the information forwarded to your ship's tracking systems. Excellent. I will have the coordinates sent to your ship. All the towers offer breathtaking views, for a price. It isn't the name on the building that matters, but how many floors are beneath you. But if you're looking for a living space, you want to speak with Miss Sanguini at the Realtor's office. She's the authority on the subject. I trust you know the way out.
Hey, give that back! Nice try. The roost is where it's at.
Space used to be a lot. Now it's mostly time. The scars from the Colony War are still forming. I hope they serve as a warning, and not a cause. Just enjoying the view. These days, my favorite thing to do is sit and listen. The wind, the trees, they all have their own language. Sometimes they even sing. I'm close to 80 years old, so I will spare you the long version. To put it simply, I lived, and I loved. And really, does a person need anything else? And when you get those things, will you be content? Or will you suffer, wanting more? Perhaps the key to a healthy life is to treasure what you already have. You don't need my advice. You're alive. And you've survived everything that comes with that title. Which is to say, you are an achievement, a gift. Never forget that. Oh, it just so happens I need a letter delivered to my pen pal in Sidonia. Pay is in advance, 1,000 credits. Her name is Hattie. She used to live in the apartment I live in now. I used to get all her packages because she never bothered to change her address. One day I tracked her down and sent her a letter. She sent one back. And from then on, we just never stopped responding. What is a stranger except a friend you haven't met? Besides, there's something about you that I like. And I've always trusted my gut. Bless you, child. I believe you'll find Hattie at the community center in Sidonia. Just hand her the letter. She'll know who it's from.
Don't be stupid! Stop now! You see security! Stop! You see security. Don't make any sudden moves. I guess you're smarter than you look.
Hello there, dear friend. You look like someone who has many stories to tell. I'd like to hear them. Ah, the usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay. Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them? A plate? Oh my. As in a plate from Earth? Absolutely. Without question. Here, take the gem. That Guillaume. If he wanted his gem back so badly, he could have simply asked. The gem is worthless. Less than a paperweight. But actually, Earth paperweights are quite valuable. Bah, I'm sure Guillaume makes it seem that way. In reality, it couldn't be further from the truth. Guillaume and I have known each other for years. Since we were both young men. He is the closest thing I have to a brother. And, much like brothers, we quarrel. But that doesn't mean we don't like each other. I will say, however, Guillaume can be a tad overdramatic, as well as a sore loser. Don't tell him I said that.
If you're in the market for artwork, I'm sure I can find something to suit your needs. It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell art.
We've been partners for 10 years.
Indeed, I am. I've been an art dealer for most of my life, plying my trade all across the settled systems. It's actually why I'm here in New Atlantis today. I'll be delivering a piece of art to a very particular client later. However, I don't yet have the art in my possession. Actually, would you like to pick up the artwork and bring it back to me? I'll reward you for your effort, of course. I'm not very familiar with the streets of New Atlantis. I'm not from here, you see. I'd rather just avoid any trouble and have someone more capable do the exchange for me. You simply need to go pick up some artwork. The exchange has already been arranged, and you won't have to show any credits. It's just a matter of picking something up and bringing it back to me. There's really no need to worry. It's all very simple. Excellent. You'll be picking up the art from Zoe Kaminsky at the Trade Authority. Tell her you're there for Samson Jabrel's art. She'll understand. Return the artwork to me, and you will be compensated. See you.
Pardon? At this rate, I won't even have a collection. Well, can't give up now. That George St. George. How many items have I lost to him? Ah, wonderful. I knew George would make the exchange. He could never resist foodware from Earth. You've done me a great service today, friend. I'll be sure to never take this gem for granted ever again. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Take care.
Personally, I think daylight's overrated. I get by just fine. Happy to make a deal. You need stuff, I need credits. It all works out. A lot of people will tell you it's the worst. One step above being homeless. They'll whine about how folks topside have it so much better. Me? I like it. It's more real down here. Topside, everyone's trying to show how civilized and rich they are. Oh, it's exhausting. But, hey, to each their own. Absolutely. Watch your back out there.
Everyone's welcome, so long as you keep your hands to yourself. Understand?
Always nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you'd like. Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
No shortage. If you haven't, make sure you say hello to Mama. She likes checking in with everyone. Mom, that's Kay, gets all the credit. Started making sure people felt welcome back when I was just a kid. She had one rule: no causing trouble. Everyone abided by it, put their differences aside when they came through the door. After a few years of feeding so many mouths, we needed extra credits to stay afloat. Didn't mean for this to turn into a business, but here we are. If folks are willing to pay a little to have someplace to feel safe and get a decent meal, well then, we'll sure take it. Yeah, you're welcome to some of whatever we've got cooking today.
You know, I went to chef school. This ain't exactly where I saw myself.
I've got limited resources. We try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do. Don't have much of a choice. Can't afford to pay staff, and while I've got a few volunteers from the community, I can only ask so much of them. We've scraped by for a good long while now, and we'll continue to do so. Don't you worry. Funny story about that. You know, when people first arrived on Jemison, they dismantled the colony ship and used the parts to establish a place to live. Over time, they built out, and up, and up, and after long enough, they started to forget about the people and the things still down here. The walls and the ceiling have changed, but this place still uses equipment from that old ship. And it's here because not everyone in New Atlantis can afford Reliant Medical.
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, you're not Garl. Sorry, I shouldn't assume.
Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted, but it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of Nice talking to you.
Diplomatic visa?
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
We just need to convince her that President Abayo isn't the same as her predecessors, and that an adversarial UC is a thing of the past.
Does Radcliffe even need to be involved?
President Abayo wants to foster relations, not fracture them. Keep up. We'll make sure she...
ignite and do something about this common threat. But cooperation is in short supply after the colony.
Chief Diplomat Yassine runs a tight ship at the Office of Interstellar Affairs. No, I'm from Neon. I moved here a couple months ago for a job at the Office of Interstellar Affairs. Thanks. Maybe I'll see you around.
The House of Enlightenment is organizing an annual charity auction for the widows and orphans of
The Embassy District is a controversial place. Diplomacy will never die. The question is, will it be used in good faith? I used to work in interstellar affairs before I was dismissed, due to some of the differences I had with management. But I am not retired, not by a long shot. After all, I can do more when detached from the strings of bureaucracy. I do a lot of reading and take walks through the district. We don't have trees like this on the other systems. There's a calming presence about them, but that belies their inner strength. After all, neither you nor I could pull out the roots of a tree on our own. For while there is beauty above, everything that matters happens under the surface. It's grand, isn't it? Testament to humanity's ability to compromise and cooperate. Let's be honest. The treaty is nothing more than a carefully crafted artifice. If it's a testament to anything, it's mankind's ability to lie to itself. Sadly, yes. The war with the Freestar Collective hasn't ended. The director has merely called for an intermission and the audience has departed to the lobby. But behind the curtain, stagehands at mast are busy preparing for the next act. Excellent. I do have something you can help me with. In my spare time, I like to collect plants. The rarer, the better, especially from Earth. One of my prized collections is an olive seed. I'd like you to plant this seed in the atrium, so that it may grow and be a symbol for peace. Incidentally, I did try, but the god had other ideas. Bad ideas, I'm sure, involving more bruises than I was willing to endure. But if you are the sneaky type, perhaps you can do it undetected. A lone olive tree growing in this garden of alien life would send a message. People might interpret it as a message from God. And truth be told, I'm counting on that to happen. Some might call it manipulation. Thank you. I'll have a reward for you.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So, are you on board? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations. They've been running for long enough that I think it's...
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been. Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.